If you were anything like me, or just thinking, well, that wasn't very much of a weekend, then you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. It is a time of getting ready, and of course, we always say that fun is hard work, and it is. Right before coming on this very show, I was thinking, oh man, you know what? I know Nuge is going to need water shoes. I have an extra pair. I need to go ahead and get those out right now. Like everything is just squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Getting ready for a fam bam trip. So I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you had a reflective weekend, a good heartwarming weekend, a thankful weekend, and a safe weekend as well. What's up, Rhonda? And I did, but I didn't feel like it's very much of a weekend. I was busting tail trying to get ready for this dang trip. And on top of that, how about this? So Queen Bee and I, was it yesterday? Dude, all these days were running by me. I think it was yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. Open the garage. She's taken off in the morning. Open up the garage, and my truck driver's side door is open, wide open. And immediately my heart just sinks. I'm like, come on. Yes, my truck got broken into. And you look down the street, and there's other cars, the trunk open, doors open. And so everybody's going to start to gather and congregate around like, what in the hell happened? So I get into my truck, and the thing's just ransacked. It looked like somebody was trying to like cover their tracks in a crime scene. Maybe I've watched too many crime dramas or documentaries with Queen Bee, but it looked like it was just ransacked. Everything was out of the console. Everything was out of the glove box. And so my first thought, of course, is where the hell is my gun? And I do know where my gun is, but still. And we're going to talk about that in a second here, but I just always know where your firearms are. It's super, super important. Yet still, it was last night, the night I forgot to take it out, right? So you get that kind of vibe. It's just that I have my hunting and fishing license with me at all times. It's on my phone, it's in my wallet, it's in my truck, it's in my hunting bag, it's in my tackle box, it's everywhere. Yet when I see a game warden show up, I'm like, oh crap, where, right? So it was one of those feelings. And I can't tell you, and I'm sure you've had it done. Maybe you had a car stolen, maybe it has people breaking your house, whatever it is, breaking your car. It's violating. It's just violating. And I hate it. I hated it. I hated that feeling. I was brushing it off. I got everything put. I was kind of taking inventory and everything, and I got in the truck to take Boone over to run with Ozzy. And when I got in the truck, that's when it hit me. I just felt like someone was in my truck last night. Someone I don't know was in my truck, and it was nefarious. And it was just, ugh, it's just gross. But here's the deal. Nothing was taken. Nothing. I think they got one of my duck calls. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, Lynn, I've had my heart stolen too. Let me tell you that. Yeah. Yes, very much so. Yes. Yeah, people do suck. People do suck. But here's my question on this whole thing, and I want to get into the concealed carry on stuff in a minute. But here, the thing to me is that nothing was taken. Before we went to Havasu Pie, I could not find my solar charger, my solar phone charger. They found it for me. It was laying on the back floorboard. And like my ratchet straps, tools. I mean, they might have taken the tool. I don't know. But there was my what I call the little change drawer, right? The old ashtrays and stuff like that. Dude, this got to be $70, $80 in there. Didn't touch it. And then you go around the neighborhood, and there's just stuff like thrown all over the street. Like they took everything out of these cars and they threw them on the driveway and they threw them on the street. And they did it to, I believe it was 13 was the total count cars. And for me, I lock my truck. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes they do. The back driver's side back door sometimes locks and sometimes doesn't. So they didn't touch Queen Bee's car. And so, yeah, it was just But kind of cool because I needed to clean out my center console anyway. I mean, they literally took everything out. So I just put it all in a bag. I'm like, okay, what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. That's it. Yeah. And I mean, I'm going down to Mexico with that truck. So, I mean, there's a very real possibility it might not even come back. So it just, it's not like, oh my gosh, they touched my baby truck. It just, they vandalized. That's all they did. But they didn't vandalize. They didn't key it. They didn't slash the tires. They didn't do anything of note. They just made a mess. And that's it. Yeah. Yep. Note to self, driver's side back door open. Yeah, probably, most likely. Yeah. That's the boon door. That's the one he goes in and out of the truck in. So yeah, so if he's acting a fool, I can just open it up quick. But yeah, there's sometimes it's locked, sometimes it's not. So you got about whatever. I don't know if I told you guys this. Do you remember the PT Cruisers? You guys remember those cars, the PT Cruisers? I think Chrysler made them. I was just sitting at a cigar shop, and my buddy said, "Oh crap, I locked my keys in my car," and he had a PT Cruiser. So I locked my keys in my car. He goes, and then another guy goes, "Oh, I have a PT Cruiser. I'll open it for you." He said they only made 5 keys. Chrysler only made 5 keys. So there's a 1 in 5 chance that my key opens your door. Sure as hell. Open his door. Not wild? Yeah. Absolutely good. They only made 5 keys. Yeah, I have a camera on my neighbor had a camera too. So he said it was 2 white cars and just 3 dudes getting in and out and just messing with people's stuff and moving along. That was it. But I think the important thing that I want to just bring up is that is you should always know where all of your firearms are at all times. It is so important. And I learned this the hard way. Not the hard way. It could have been a lot harder lesson, of course. But I have usually when I was going in and out going downtown to iHeart and going to events and things like that, I always had my gun in my backpack. It was in this right pocket right here. So it was almost like a holster. It was that easy to pull it out of the bag. And I had my bag on a table and I walked away from it. And Dan Todd from AZ Firearms, he goes, "Mike, where's your firearm?" I said, "It's in the bag." He goes, and you're walking away from it? He goes, "Always know where your firearm, always be within reach of your firearm." I'm like, okay. Like, he kind of dressed me down. And he's just a good dude. He's a wonderful, wonderful dude. So when he kind of gets a little stern, you're like, oh, okay, he's being very serious. If it's not on me, it's in my safe, right? But here's the thing, though, if it's not on me, it's in my safe. Sometimes you come home and you're like, oh crap, hold on, left the damn thing in the truck. You got to go get out there and get it and things like that. But sometimes you do that, and then something else happens, and something else happens. And if you have adult ADHD like I do, like you're like, by the time you do, you're like, oh, when's the Dodger game on? Let me turn the TV on, and you forgot about it. And then some bozos show up and they've got your damn gun. Yeah, but just opening the garage door and seeing my truck door open, and that was kind of the MO. If you drove down the street, they left the car doors open because they don't want to close them and make noise. So it shows they're stupid because you can close the door pretty quietly. But it's always a thing. So. And yeah, in Grizz, I hell yeah. And it should be everyone's number one priority. I agree. I'm not complimenting myself when I say sometimes I forget and leave it in the truck. And now, for the most part, I haven't carried in the truck in a while. So it wasn't, but it was always that thought like, oh crap. Oh no. Is this the day I forgot the damn thing? Did I take it and did I forget it? Yeah. So that was it. There are a lot of rules to the road when that happens. I mean, that's why when you purchase a firearm, the little sticker that's on the box, I always cut that out and put that in the safe. That way, if your firearm is taken or stolen or lost or misplaced, that's what you report to the cops. This is it. It is not in my person anymore. I do not have it. If anything nefarious happens with this firearm, it ain't me. Oh, Mike, that'll lead to a gun registry and database, and they already have it. We already have a gun registration database. We already have it. It's called when they fill in your background check, and then you're approved for it. They write down the serial number of the firearm that you're purchasing on that form, and it goes to the feds. They already have it. So it's good to keep that kind of thing so you can report to the police and say, this is the exact firearm. This is gone. It's not there. Okay, so Lynn, this is a great point. I love this. This is good. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is good stuff. I like that. Putting in safe to me is like having no firearm. And a lot of people will agree with that. Mine are, let's see, I lost it in the divorce, but I had a biometric safe. I hear my kids are grown. It's good. It's fine. It is where it's accessible to me so I can protect my family. But I had the biometric safe where it's a thumbprint and then boom, you put your thumb on that thing pops open and you're ready to go. So I think that's kind of, it depends on the safe, really, Lynn. I think is what it is. If you're sitting there, somebody's trying to break in your house and you're like 36 left, pass 11 once, 211. Let's go back. Yeah, dude, you're toast. You're as good as toast. No, I didn't get a pee-pee stolen, Eddie. I had my truck broken into over the weekend, and they just made a mess. They just ransacked the truck and made it look really surprisingly messier than it was. It's not easy making my stuff look. Yeah, it works in the movies. Yeah. Wait, what works in the movies, buddy? How easy is it to get it when you need it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just literally, it was by the bed. I literally just rolled and put my thumb on it, and it popped open. So it was pretty damn easy. Pretty damn easy, yes. But no, I did not have it stolen. But we're just talking about that. That's where my mind went when I saw that my truck had been broken into. So I just that's it. And the second thing is, by the way, this has nothing to do with firearms or the outdoors, but I will caution you this: do not ever, never, ever put a garage door opener in your truck and leave it parked in the driveway overnight. You might as well just leave a key hanging on your front door. Seriously. Like last night, I locked the door from the garage to the house just because I was like, man, if they got in my garage, A, they're stoked if they get in my garage. And B, they could just come in the house. And I'm not, look, I am protected against people breaking into my house, but I do not want that to happen in any way, shape, fashion, or form. Do I want that to happen? It's a lake time, Chris. I love that. Luckily, they didn't trade the trucks. Trucks are needed by the car. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's not worth a lot. 200,000 miles on her. She's 15 years old. So that's why we're taking it to Mexico on Thursday. That's why we're taking my truck, because my truck is the dual home fleet. That mine's of the least value. So no big deal. To me, though, it's worth $1 million. She's $1 million truck. I love her. Love her to death. But yeah, 200,000 miles on her. Anyway. But okay, so let's do that. So let's stick on the safes. There are really cool. They're not cheap, but somebody comes over to your house and they get your firearm. That's a problem. So having a safe that is works with fingerprint is good. It's not great. It's not great. Eddie, it is kind of a sacrificial truck. I'm like, because last time we were there, they're like, do you want us to we park? And they're like, do you want us to wash your car? Like, no. Do you want me to sit and watch your car? So I was like, oh, okay. Oh. But I got the insurance. So I got the Mexican insurance, the Mexican auto insurance. So we'll see. It's all done, paid through U.S. companies and things like that. So anyway, 200K amateur. Hey, listen, I can't force miles on her. I can't. Those are the miles that we put on it, and they're wonderful 200,000 miles on there. Husband and son park in the driveway. They don't leave the garage remotes in the vehicles. We do lock the interior doors as well. Yeah, and you should. I mean, I do live in a really sleepy, safe neighborhood, but that kind of jars you every now and again. But my grandfather had his garage cleaned out like twice because he would never lock his truck, and he always had his garage door opener sitting right there on the damn visor. I mean, they make keychain garage door openers, and that's what I have, a keychain garage door opener. And when my kids show up on Wednesday, they're going to get a little, a dad talk on they need to keep their garage door openers on their keychains, because I bought them both keychain garage door openers. This is the way it's going to have to be, especially in this neighborhood. 326K on a Tacoma, son of a. But you're running around all day, though. You're running around all day. Is that your work truck? Yeah. It's an 18. Oh, yeah. Mine's a 2010. Those are the neighborhoods because the police are light on patrol. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, and they also rainy nights. Rainy nights is the one of the biggest theft nights. It was rain because everybody's sleeping like babies. Yep. Jeep would be sometimes looking. Yeah. I tell you. Yep, work truck. Yeah, dude, because you're putting miles on that thing every single day. The 326, that's dope. That's awesome. I love it. I had a Tacoma for a while and I loved it. I thought it was pretty rad. I think the old Tundra, not the new ones, not the prior body styles are probably one of the coolest looking trucks ever. I saw a nice one at Lowe's yesterday. Oh my gosh. It was pristine. It was beautiful. Oh, such a good looking truck. You have garage door opener, rear visor. Never sync it. It works when the car's. I don't know if it works with the car's off either, Alfred. I don't know. Dude, it's just crazy. And sometimes, okay, so if you have one of those keyless entry things and you got your keys like near the garage or something like that, like near the garage door, like it'll still be able, you can still use that damn thing. You still start that car. So anyway, guys, that's just it. And especially when it comes to firearms and by the way, getting things stolen. People stealing from you. This is Arizona law. So I'm going to help you out with this one. People stealing from you is not a shootable offense. You're toast. You're toast if you draw on somebody stealing from you. If they're stealing from something on your person and you feel like your life is threatened, it's a whole different ballgame. But if you roll up to the hood or you wake up like Queen Bee and I did and you open the garage door and they're taking all your stuff, call the cops. There ain't nothing you can do. Yeah, I guess you can fight them, bring a bat, but you cannot protect your stuff, your items with deadly force. Yeah, but see, do I carry the USCCA insurance? No, I don't, because I have very good friends, and you've seen them on this show, who you can't say specializes as an attorney, but he handles the vast majority of his cases are firearms cases. So I don't have that. I have a Forshie. So yeah. So I have a guy who will just jump in and is very well known volunteer sheriff. Like I'm pretty good. Yeah. And Eddie, I just met the dude. Yeah, and by the way, you can have one too. Just go to the Scottsdale Gun Club and get your CCW license. He's the one that our permit. He's the one that runs the class. You can have a Forshie. I'll share my Tim Forshie. I think it's fantastic. But that's the thing that I think I had that for a year or something like that. It was part of an event that Rob and I did. Us pagans have carry insurance. Come on. I mean, it's not bad to have, because again, it's when I took the concealed carry class, and please, if you own a firearm, if you own any firearm, if you're in a house that has firearms, please take a concealed carry class. Just do it. You don't have to conceal carry. You don't even have to apply to go through the governor or anything. You don't have to do any of that. Just take it and learn what you can and cannot do. When I took it, I was blown the hell away from what I can and cannot do. I was just having with my neighbor Mark when we were talking around the truck and everybody was talking about getting their stuff broken into. And he, by the way, has worked. He's an electrician. He had a work truck full of tens of thousands of dollars in gear. They didn't touch it. It's the weirdest thing. But anyway, I was talking to him about there's something that you can't, and you are not allowed, things that you're not allowed to do that you think you can do. My stuff, my house. There's no castle doctrine here in Arizona. So yeah, and by the way, what happens if it happens? So think about this. There are scenarios that a lot of people that have a firearm maybe in their bedside drawer, whatever it is, or a safe or whatever it is, that have a home protection firearm, that do not realize that you're most likely, if you do have to discharge your firearm, you're going to have to do it in the dark. You are going to experience some sort of hearing loss, because if you don't have a silencer on there, you are you're shooting in basically, I don't know, most houses are tile around here. I don't know if they had a castle doctrine or not, but I was told that we don't have it now. But that was during the what's his name case in Florida. My wife and I want to take class together. Who are you recommend? Grizz, 1,000,000%, a bazillion percent. And if you go somewhere else, it's okay. I'm not gonna judge you. But if you're asking for my recommendation, please, pretty please, with sugar on top, Scottsdale Gun Club, Tim Forshee. Tell him Mike Russell sent you, and give him a big hug. God, he's awesome. This is the most brilliant men I've ever known. Like that, you just and when I say the most brilliant man I've ever known, he what is it? LSAT? Is it LSAT that you take for law school? He wanted to go to law school, but he missed. They changed the date for the LSAT, so he missed it. So he took the GMAT or whatever the other one, got a degree in forensic biology, and then took the LSAT and went and got a law degree. He's brilliant. Him and his buddy Kevin together are probably the brain power is intimidating. Yeah. But Grizz, bro, you will have fun. He shows scenes from Pulp Fiction in that. Shot Marvin in the face. It's awesome. And Archer's his favorite show in history. So he's just a good dude. You saw him on our 3 C's concealed carry video series. That's Tim Forshee. Just entertaining, funny, likable. At the beginning of the class, you are not going to like him much because he is a absolute stickler to the paperwork that you have to fill out, and he doesn't want people filling it out twice. He's got 50 people in there filling out paperwork, and no one screws up because he's like, just follow me. Do not go ahead. Follow his rules, and you're good. Yeah. Oh, Crystal instructor. Oh, right on. Yeah, the good dudes. So can my yes, Lynn, your bodyguards can go, pal. Yeah, and bring paparazzi. They don't care. They like the publicity. It's all good. Arizona does have a castle doctrine? Hold on. Does Arizona State have a castle doctrine? See what my girl says. Does not have it doesn't have a specific castle doctrine. They follow or enforce instead. Arizona is one of 20 states that have adopted the stand your ground laws. There you go. So a little bit different. A little bit different. But that's what Timmy said. So again, when Timmy says it, I'm all about it. That guy's I could seriously spend a whole show singing the praises of Tim Forshee. Yeah. But please, yes, get out there and let me know when you're doing it too. I'm trying to get Queen Bee into a class as well. So, but if you have a firearm, you have to take classes. If you're in a house with a firearm, take classes. Just know what you can and can't do. Let me run you through this scenario. Okay, because again, you're gonna have to shoot in the dark. Nobody thinks of that. Like Tim asked how many night shoots I've done. I'm like, none. He's like, you need to. It's gonna be you will have some sort of hearing damage, like shooting in a car. And you're gonna have to call the cops. And the cops are gonna start asking questions with a quickness. And how you answer that question is how the rest of your life is shaped. I'm not playing. Not at all. When I was attacked in Flagstaff, when we were attacked in Flagstaff, I was carrying. I didn't even have time to draw. I was smacked in the back of the head with a river rock. And Tim said, he goes, if you did draw, we would be having this conversation in a prison hospital. Not kidding. So one of the things that he said, Eddie, I'm touching that thing. What do you mean, Eddie? What did Eddie say? Let's see here. Yes, Scottsdale Gun Club is it. So here's the deal, though. And this is what you learn in a class when you take a class to have a firearm for home protection. He said, if it's you, let's say it's me and Queen Bee in the house, and somebody breaks into my house, I have to discharge my firearm. I immediately tell Queen Bee, you call the cops. Queen Bee has no idea what just happened. Queen Bee heard a gunshot. That's all Queen Bee knows. What happened, ma'am? I heard a gunshot and I was told to call 911. That's it. That's it. No, Ma, she doesn't know anything. She didn't see anything. Didn't know anything. Would you have thought to do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's why you take classes. That's why it's so important. Don't use an AR for home protection. Your neighbors don't like the drywall damage. That's that green tip ammo, Eddie. That's the green tip ammo. If you use green tip ammo, that's for if there's the bad guys hiding behind the refrigerator of your neighbor's house. Yeah. Yeah. And the bed's still standing around. So would it be if you're laying in bed still standing? Oh, hell yeah. It's laying your ground. It's the lay your ground law. Same thing. I mean, Len, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so that was the big event of the weekend. A little break-in, little kerfuffle in the truck, and but it really got me thinking of knowing where your firearm is at all times, safing your firearm, and classes, and then on top of that, drill. There are wonderful, cool tools that you can use to drill with a firearm in your house. Just getting out of bed, getting it, and getting into position. If this happens, this happens. If this happens, this happens. It's just a good practice to be in. Practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Sure. Perhaps we'll talk about the Wyoming story tomorrow. Hey, look, I got to move with the times. I got to move with the times. Wyoming, it is tomorrow. You heard it right here first. Yeah, Wyoming. It's tomorrow, not Tuesday. I didn't expect to have that happen to me, Rhonda. So we'll get it all taken care of. All right. Yes, keep clean, oiled, and ready. Amen. Amen. Got to learn how to do. And there was and by the way, there was a article I pulled up. This woman was found not guilty. She shot her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's cheating on her. She shot her boyfriend, said she was just cleaning her gun. Oops. And got off. We might talk about that with Wyoming tomorrow. All right, y'all. You're the best. This is Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of the state, nation, and world that we live in. We'll see you mañana. Have a great day.